to be with Aurelia? Like, do you have any story that you can tell us related to her? Because I know her through the books,
yes,
but I didn't have the honor to meet her, and you did. So if you can share with us some nice story, or how was to be with her, or something that make an impact on you about her.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, Aurelia has made more of an impact throughout my life. Like, because I've been reading the Telos teachings, one of the things I do, I devote 20 minutes every day to reading something in the Telos books. And because what the questions she asks and the answers that Adama gives, you know, is showing me what I need to change about myself. So when I first joined, the very first day, we'll go back to the first day when I'm at the Swiss Holiday Lodge, right, where we all are. We walk out and Aurelia comes. And as she's talking, from meeting her for the first time, we look up and there was about 50, they weren't eagles, they were another big bird flying around in the perfect circle above their head. Right, I thought, and they were fifth dimensional beings, they weren't third dimensional, you know, because there were so many of them and they're all just circling straight over the top of us, you know. So that was my introduction. But even before that, the first night I stayed there, I get up in the morning, because I got a view to Mount Shasta, and there's a lenular cloud sitting over the top, you know, like just amazing lenular clouds. And then we go and meet Aurelia, you know, after breakfast, and then we got it was just like miraculous, you know, introduction, you know, to meeting Aurelia. But you know, I met Aurelia when she was going through a lot, you know, because, you know, in 2007 she was okay, but when I went and spent 2 weeks with her in Hawaii the following year, she had cancer, and so I was involved with her in that journey, you know, and that she was sharing with me, you know, stuff. Because I'm sorry you're not hearing what you want to hear, because I'm all about ascension, you see, and I'm not going to gloss things up too much, you know. I want to make it sure that even the person who created these books, she still went through a lot, and so when she made the rest of the world, you know, more important than her own self, because that's what I saw from 2007. I was with her in 2007 for 2 weeks. I was with her for 2 weeks in 2008, and she passed over in 2009. But I spoke to her 2 weeks before she passed over. And so, you know, because she wanted to contact me, because, you know, probably all of us who are running all the different organisations of the world, and it gave us some idea where she was at. And so the thing is, but what did she give me? And what she gave me is I get the benefit every day. Her legacy, because I read it every day, I get her energy and benefit every day. And I get Adama, and I get Celestia, and Galatia, and Anthrius, you know, all of the Chohans. I get their energy coming in, flooding my consciousness, or constantly keeping me in that high vibration of consciousness, not allowing, I don't watch too much of the news. I know a little bit about what's happening, but I'm not putting that in. I'm putting in the higher consciousness in my, all the time. So it doesn't matter what's going on around me. I've got that, you know, that helping me, supporting me, embracing me, those beautiful Telos teachings. And that's the gift that Aurelia gives me every day from the moment I met her. And, you know, because as I said, I did back-to-back initiatic journeys, and I went back, and we went in Kauai. I spent 2 weeks with Aurelia in Kauai the following year, and there was 30 of us, and we anchored the rays into the big canyons there in Kauai, and it was a massive thing. It was a big deal. And so when it was over, because it was a week initiatic journey, I spent a week personally, though, every day, all day with Aurelia before she passed over the following year. And so I got to see what a normal, I'm just listening. I didn't have much to say. I want to listen to to the person who is, you know, wrote these teachings. I want to learn as much as I can, you know. And she shared so much. We would meet on beaches early of a morning, and she would talk about what was going on in her life, what she was transmuting, and you know, but you know, just hanging out, you know, it was like all day, you know, for 7 days. It was amazing. And so, and then of course I went to her wake in 2009. And Victoria, we had the wake. We were at Eric's place, Bergman's place, and then we came back to Victoria. The wake was at Eric Bergman's, and the wake itself was after was at Victoria. And it was like the energy that's in this room, in Victoria's place. I was there, like I've been to Victoria's place before, but when I came back, you know, for the wake, it was out of worldly. It was just incredible. It was like walking into this room, you know. And so, but you know, but to add to anything more about what can I say as a woman, I mean, her heart was completely about in service to people, helping them to reach their ascension and learning about the Lemurian heart, you know, because that's what this journey is about. Reconnecting to our Lemurian heart or Atlantean heart. I don't have any discrimination in that because we are one, and that's already in perfection on the other side. So it's all about us making a commitment. Like she was asked the questions for us. She asked those deep personal questions in those teachings, what helps me to understand what I had to change about myself. And I'm so grateful for that, you know. I should have the biggest picture, you know, one of the biggest pictures